If you're wondering which 4K monitor are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Samsung S80 UA. This thing's got colors that'll make your eyes pop, and the USB-C connection is a godsend for decluttering your desk. But it's got no speakers, and the 60 Hz refresh rate means gamers should probably look elsewhere. Seriously, the colors are so vibrant they make real life look kind of dull, but trying to game on this is like trying to win a drag race with a unicycle. Would I buy it? Maybe, if I just wanted a pretty screen for work and my laptop already had decent speakers.
Acer XV275K. This monitor is ridiculously bright, making it great for sunny rooms, and it's got a fast refresh rate for a 4K display, but the input lag at 60 Hz is a real buzzkill, and it has some weird issues with fast movements. It's like having a supercar that can only go fast in a straight line. Awesome until you need to, turn. Would I buy it? No, the input lag issues at lower refresh rates are a deal breaker for me, even with that sweet, sweet brightness.
Asus ProArt PA279CV. This monitor is a fantastic budget-friendly option for photographers with its Kalman color calibration. But its HDR performance is pretty weak, and it's limited to a 60 Hz refresh rate. It's like getting a gourmet meal for the price of a burger, but the fancy sauce is just ketchup in a different bottle. Would I buy it? Yes, if my main gig was editing photos for the web and I wasn't made of money.
Asus XG27 UCDMG. The 27-inch 4K OLED on this thing is so sharp, it'll make your old 1440p monitor look like you've smeared Vaseline all over it. But there's a risk of burn-in, and the black levels can look a bit washed out in a bright room. The image quality is just chef's kiss, but that burn-in risk is like having a hot new phone with a battery that might just decide to quit on you forever. Would I buy it? Yes, because that sharpness is just too good to pass up, and I'm willing to baby it a bit to avoid burn-in.
Dell UltraSharp U32 UE25QE. This monitor is an absolute unit, with more ports than you can shake a stick at, and a massive 32-inch screen. But it has no speakers, and it's not an OLED, which is a bit of a letdown for the price. It's a Swiss Army knife of monitors. Seriously, has a port for everything, but it's like they forgot to add the actual knife. Would I buy it? Maybe, if I needed a do-it-all workhorse for multiple devices and didn't mind using headphones or separate speakers.
Samsung Odyssey Neo G8 S32 BG85. This thing is a monster with its 4K resolution and a ridiculously fast 240 Hz refresh rate, but good luck getting your graphics card to actually push that many frames without catching fire. The mini LED backlighting makes HDR content look amazing with deep blacks, though it's a bit of a diva and can show some ugly scan lines when you push it to its max refresh rate. Would I buy it? Yes, because seeing 4K at 240 Hz is an experience, even if it's just for 5 minutes before my PC starts weeping.
Alienware AW3225QF. The Quantum Dot OLED panel on this Alienware is so gorgeous it will make you hate every other screen you own, but it also gobbles up so much power I'm pretty sure my lights flickered every time I turned it on. The colors are stunning, and the response time is basically instant. But like all OLEDs, there's that tiny voice in your head whispering burn-in every time you leave a static image on screen for more than 2 seconds. Would I buy it? Maybe, if I had a dedicated power plant for my gaming setup and a therapist to help me deal with my burn-in anxiety.
The Asus PG27 UCDM. This Asus screen is another 4K 240Hz QD OLED that delivers incredibly sharp motion and even supports Dolby Vision. But for some reason, Asus decided you don't need speakers, so I hope you like wearing headphones forever. It's packed with features like a built-in KVM and DisplayPort 2.1, but it suffers from some annoying VRR flicker, which is like having a fly buzz around your head that you just can't swat. Would I buy it? No, because a monitor this expensive shouldn't cheap out on speakers, and its anti-flicker feature needs to, actually fix the flicker.
LG 27GR93U.
This LG is a solid 4K 144Hz monitor with fantastic text clarity and great colors out of the box, but its blacks look more like a depressing shade of gray in a dark room. It's bright enough to use in a sunny room and has HDMI 2.1 for your consoles, though the whole thing feels so plasticky and cheap you'll feel like you got it from a garage sale. Would I buy it? No. For this much money, I expect a monitor that doesn't feel like it's going to crumble into dust if I look at it the wrong way.
Dell G3223Q. Dell's G32223Q is the ultimate jack of all trades. A great 32-inch 4K 144Hz screen for both getting work done and then gaming. But it's not the master of anything and has some noticeable motion blur. The color accuracy is fantastic without any calibration, and it's a great do-it-all option. However, its reflection handling is so mediocre it basically doubles as a high-definition mirror if you have a window anywhere behind you. Would I buy it? Yes, it's a seriously compelling choice if you want one monitor to do almost everything really well without completely destroying your wallet.
Gigabyte ARS FO32U2P. I'm pretty sure this monitor is from the future. With its absolutely stunning picture quality, popping highlights, and colors so vivid they'll melt your eyeballs in the best way possible. It packs a 240Hz refresh rate, a 0.03 millisecond response time, and DisplayPort 2.1, meaning it handles data so fast it doesn't even need compression. But get ready for an electricity bill that looks like a phone number, since this thing can be a power hog. Would I buy it? Yes, if my bank account could take the hit, this monster is an absolute win for both gaming and productivity, thanks to its jaw-dropping visuals and buttery smooth responsiveness. Asus ROG Swift OLED PG32 UCDP. This monitor is basically a transformer, giving you a dual mode feature that lets you switch between a glorious 4K resolution at 240Hz for beautiful games and a ridiculously clear 1080p at 480Hz for when you need to try hard in competitive shooters. The OLED panel delivers an insane contrast ratio and mind-blowing HDR, but Asus did use a WOLED panel, which some snobs might say is a slight step down from QD OLED, probably to save a few pennies. Would I buy it? Yes, it's like owning two god-tier monitors in one, offering insane flexibility no matter what kind of gamer you are.
LG 45GX950A. This absolute unit of a 45-inch ultra-wide monitor boasts deep, inky blacks without any of that annoying blooming around bright objects, making HDR content look spectacular. It also has a dual mode feature, letting you switch between a massive 5120 by 2160 resolution at 165 Hz and a 2560 by 1080 resolution at a wild 330 Hz. But honestly, the 1080p mode on a screen this big looks blurrier than trying to read a book underwater. Would I buy it? Maybe, if I only gamed on PC and wanted a screen so ridiculously huge it could double as a TV, but that blurry low-resolution mode is a serious drawback. BenQ PD3225U. This thing is a creator's wet dream, with perfect factory-calibrated color accuracy and slick Mac integration that just works, all on a fancy IPS black panel for some surprisingly deep blacks. But hold on, it's stuck in the dark ages with a 60Hz refresh rate and no adaptive sync, making it a terrible choice for gaming unless you think screen tearing adds character. Would I buy it? No, because I'm here to game, and 60Hz feels like playing on a slideshow from 2010, even if it's a godsend for any of my Creative Pro friends.
LG 32GQ750-B. Here we have a solid 32-inch 4K monitor that won't require you to sell a kidney, offering a smooth 165Hz refresh rate that's a fantastic starting point for high refresh rate gaming. The catch is, its HDR performance is pretty lackluster with only 400 nits of brightness, which is like bringing a water pistol to a firefight when you want that true HDR experience. Would I buy it? Yes, if I was on a tight budget and needed a big 4K gaming screen, this is a golden opportunity to get a great immersive experience without breaking the bank.
MSI MPG 322URX. This thing is a beast with its QD OLED panel, giving you perfect blacks and colors that pop, plus a ridiculous 240Hz refresh rate at 4K, for gaming so smooth it feels like cheating. Honestly though, it costs a pretty penny, and its 32-inch screen is so big you might need a new desk. Plus, some of the so-called AI features are more annoying than my neighbor's yappy dog. Would I buy it? Yes, if my wallet wasn't crying and I had a desk the size of an aircraft carrier, because the picture quality is just that damn good.
Cooler Master Tempest GP27U. I'm looking at the Tempest GP27U, and the picture is absolutely stunning. The mini LED backlight with 576 dimming zones makes colors super vivid, and the contrast is killer for a non-OLED screen. Plus, it's cheaper than a lot of the competition.
The catch is you can't use adaptive sync at the full 160Hz refresh rate, which is like having a sports car you can only drive in second gear. Would I buy it? Maybe, because it delivers a fantastic HDR gaming experience for the price, as long as you can put up with that one little annoyance.
LG 27G850A. So LG comes in with this 4K 240Hz panel, which is already pretty sweet, but then they add a dual mode that flips it to 1080p at 480Hz, which is so fast you could probably see into the future. But man, the HDR performance is just pathetic. With only 8 local dimming zones, it's like trying to light up a stadium with a single candle, making it a poor experience for an $800 monitor. Would I buy it? No, because that HDR performance is a total joke in 2025 and makes me sad.
MSI MPG 274UR DFW E16M. First off, MSI, my dude, you gotta chill with these names. It sounds like a Wi-Fi password. But this monitor seriously delivers with its mini LED display and 1152 dimming zones for some eyeball-blasting HDR highlights. It also has that cool dual mode to switch between 4K at 160Hz for pretty games and 1080p at 320Hz for when you need to get your sweat on. Would I buy it? Yes, this is easily one of the best 27-inch 4K HDR gaming monitors in a long time, finally giving us a great experience without a bunch of firmware headaches.
Asus ProArt Display PA279CRV. This ProArt monitor is for all you creative types out there with super accurate colors and text so sharp you could cut yourself, and it actually works perfectly with macOS scaling, which is a rare treat. However, it's locked at a 60Hz refresh rate, and the HDR is basically non-existent, making it feel a little old school compared to all these newfangled OLEDs and mini LEDs. Would I buy it? No, not for gaming. But if my job was to make pretty pictures all day and I didn't care about HDR or high refresh rates, it's a definite maybe.
Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the 4K monitor for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.